Hey everyone, today, we're going to break down one of the most essential processes that happens in all living cells, cellular respiration. It's how our cells turn food into energy, and it happens every single second in our body. First step, cellular respiration is the process cells use to convert glucose, what we get from food, into energy, or ATP. It happens inside our mitochondria, which are like little powerhouses in our cells. This is how we get the energy we need to move, think, breathe, and live. There are three main stages in cellular respiration: glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. Each step gets us closer to energy. Okay, let's start with stage 1 of cellular respiration. It's called glycolysis, and it happens outside the mitochondria, right in the cytoplasm of the cell. This is where the breakdown of glucose begins. Glucose, that's the sugar you get from eating carbs, is a 6-carbon molecule. In glycolysis, that glucose is split in half, producing 3 carbon molecules called pyruvate. Along the way, glycolysis generates a little bit of energy. You get a total of 2 ATP, which is the energy currency your cells use, and 2 NADH, which are special carriers that hold onto high-energy electrons for later stages. The 2 pyruvate molecules from glycolysis now enter the mitochondria, but they're not ready for the next big step just yet. Step 2. Pyruvate oxidation. Each pyruvate 3-carbon loses 1 carbon, released as CO. The remaining 2-carbon molecule becomes acetyl-CoA. This step also makes some NADH, our energy delivery truck. Now acetyl-CoA enters the Krebs cycle, also called the citric acid cycle. Step 3. Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle. Think of it as a fuel-burning engine spinning in the mitochondria. Acetyl-CoA to C combines with a 4-carbon molecule to make citric acid 6C. Through a series of reactions, 2 carbon atoms are released as CO. That's the rest of the carbon from glucose. More NADH and some FADH, another energy carrier, are produced. A small amount of ATP is made. After 1 glucose molecule goes through this whole process, 6 NADH to FAD, 2 ATP, for CO waste gas we exhale. Step 4. Electron transport chain, ETC, the grand finale, located in the inner mitochondrial membrane. NAD and FADH deliver their high-energy electrons to the ETC, like dropping off coal at a power plant. Electrons travel through a chain of proteins, releasing energy. That energy pumps protons H into the intermembrane space. This creates a proton gradient, like water behind a dam. Then, protons flow back through an enzyme called ATP synthase, spinning it like a turbine. That spin powers the production of lots of ATP, about 34 ATP from this stage alone. At the end of the chain, oxygen accepts the electrons and combines with H to form water. Without oxygen, this whole system shuts down. What if there's no oxygen? That's where fermentation comes in. No oxygen, no problem. The cell can still do glycolysis, which gives 2 ATP, but it needs to recycle NAD to keep it going. In muscle cells, this leads to lactic acid fermentation. Pyruvate is converted into lactic acid, which causes that burning feeling when you exercise. In yeast, it's alcoholic fermentation. Pyruvate becomes ethanol and CO, which makes bread rise and gives alcoholic drinks their fizz. Total ATP per glucose. Glycolysis, 2 ATP. Krebs cycle, 2 ATP, ETC, approximately 34 ATP. Total, approximately 38 ATP per glucose molecule.